Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to our ongoing series, The ABCs of Finance. I'm Anthony Gerbi, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single installment in this series. This week, we are on the letter K, which is for knowledge. And to relate that to something that comes up quite often, I often do get the question, it's actually a two-part question. Hey, Anthony, where do you get your knowledge from? And really, I think what a lot of people are asking is, you know what you're talking about, right? Which is a totally fair question. And the second part of that question is, well, I'm not necessarily interested in being knowledgeable like you, Anthony, but maybe I'd like to be a little bit more knowledgeable than I am now. How can I do that? So let me talk about that just briefly here. First off, if you don't know me, I not only have been with the group for over 8 years now, but my degree, my training, where I got my knowledge, was from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, and I have a degree in economics and actually a minor in statistics as well, which comes in handy quite a bit when dealing with all the numbers that we see on a daily basis. But that was my background in terms of getting to know how our economy functions, making predictions about the future, and trying to make the best decisions we can possibly make. Now, in terms of all the intricacies of investments and planning and things like that, a lot of that stuff has been learned from a lot of the resources that were made available when I started with Jeff's group. So I've had a great education on a lot of this, both before I joined and since then. And secondly, the answer to the question of how might you get a little bit more informed, what should you do, are there any things you can take from me to learn a little bit more? Number one, being subscribed to this YouTube channel is a great place to start because we have lots of informative webinars. These videos come out every week and so on and so forth. But secondly, I would encourage you to look at a couple different things if you really want to be informed. And it's totally fair to say, Anthony, that's what you're here for. You can be informed and just tell me what you know. Absolutely. But I would encourage everybody, if you want to be well-informed, pick a national news source and pick a local news source that you find trustworthy. For example, on the business side, I read a lot of CNBC, not because I necessarily think of CNBC in a way different than others, but they seem to have a pretty good rundown of what's going on in the business world in any given day. So choose your resources wisely. Really, if you want to understand something, you got to be willing to put the time in. And of course, you're working with us, or if you are, that's what we're here for. I have the degree, I have the training, I have the licensing to be able to give you solid advice about this. So that's where my knowledge comes from. And if you're wanting to get a little bit more knowledgeable yourself, reach out and I can help point you to some good resources that could really help you.